Hey there, life editors! Welcome to another one of our live stream calls. Thank you so much for being with me today. So we do these every Wednesday at 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, and I would love for you to join me live. However, if you are watching the replay, go ahead and leave a comment. Say hi. Let me know where you are watching from and what's on your mind. What types of things are you editing in your life right now? All right, for those of you who are new, I'm Sage Grayson, and I'm a former book editor turned life coach. I'm a life editor, and so are you. So, in these group calls or these live streams that we're doing, we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now. And I want to use these calls to talk about different aspects of life editing, different aspects of productivity and time management, business strategies, and I really want to hear from you. What types of topics are important to you, and what do you want to hear me talk about every week? So remember to leave a comment and let me know what areas of your life need editing, what things are important, and any questions that you have for me. I would love to hear them. All right, today we have a wonderful topic, which is one of my favorite topics. We're talking about planners, and I talk about planners a lot. I have my own planner, and I love planners. I've always loved planners. I want to know from you, do you like printed planners? Do you like digital planners? Do you use any kind of project management software? For me, I kind of use a combination. I use a printed planner because I love writing by hand and I like color coding, and it just like putting pen to paper feels really good for me. But then I also use a project management software, and I do Trello and Asana. I use both of them in conjunction. And that's really helpful for not having to like rewrite little tasks over and over again. So I use a combination. So let me know, do you use a printed planner, digital planner, combination, something different? Do you just use apps on your phone? I would love to know how you organize all of the different projects, all of your different goals, all of your daily tasks so that they get done. Or do you not have a planner? Do you not have some kind of planning system and things aren't getting done? That's okay. That's totally okay. You're in the right place. So today we're going to talk about how to choose the right planner for you, how to choose the right planner for you, because there are millions of different kinds of planning systems out there. And I'm going to leave a link when I update the descriptions. I'm going to leave a link to another live stream we did a while ago about your planning personality, which is a great one for you to watch. But right now we're going to talk about how to choose the best planner. And I think a lot of us, and certainly me too, and I definitely recognize this in my clients, we kind of struggle to find the quote unquote perfect tools, the perfect tools to help us be more productive and reach our goals, the perfect systems, the perfect resources. And like we want these great big goals we have in our lives. We want to edit our lives. We want to be more productive. We want to reach our health goals, our money goals, our business goals, whatever your goals might be. But if we don't have the right tools, if we don't have the right planning system, then that makes it really hard. I definitely recognize that. Leave a comment and let me know. Have you ever struggled with planning? Have you ever struggled like, oh, if I only had the right thing, I could reach this goal faster, or if only I had blank. And maybe you don't even know what that thing is, but like if only I had something that to help me, I would be reaching my goals faster. I've noticed this too with my clients. Like sometimes they just use printed planners, but then they're like writing out 100 things every single day. And when they figure out how to use digital planning systems like Notion or Asana or Trello or whatever, it's like their mind explodes. Like I don't have to rewrite everything every day. So I think having the right tool for whatever you're working on is so important. Oh, so we got a comment. So Facebook user says, I love planners. I use a combo of paper and my phone, and I'm still disorganized though. For any of you who are watching today in my Clubhouse Facebook group, go ahead and click the link in the description so that I can see your beautiful faces and your names. Otherwise, you just come up as Facebook user. But thank you for being here. All right. So let's talk about how to choose the right planner for you. But before we get into that, let's back up a little bit. Why is finding the right planner so difficult? Like, I don't know a single person who's like, yep, I knew I wanted that planner and it saved my life. Like, no, I don't know anyone like that who's found the right planner immediately. So there's a few things that make us struggle with finding the right planner. So let me know if any of these sound like you. All right, number one, we don't know ourselves. So if we don't know ourselves, when we don't understand like what our personality is, and I'm going to link to that other video below. I about your planning personality. So we don't know our personality. We don't know how we like to work. We don't know, do I want printed? Do I want digital? Do I want an app on my phone? Do I want a combination of both? We don't know ourselves. We don't know how we like to work. We also don't know how busy we are or how many things are going to be pulling at our attention at one time. I've been running my business for almost 11 years now, so I definitely know the ebbs and flows throughout the year. So I know I'm going to be really, really busy in January, and I'm going to be really, really busy in September. But other times I'm not as busy, so I don't need a planner to do with all the bells and whistles when I'm not in that busy time. So maybe depending on what your field is or how you work, you really need to think like, okay, how busy am I? Do I have mostly meetings or do I have mostly tasks? Do I have things where I'm traveling all the time? Do I have lots of kids activities? Like how busy you are. If you don't know how busy you are, you're not going to know what kind of planner you need. And maybe most importantly, under the umbrella of not knowing ourselves, we don't know what our goals are. This is huge. This is huge. I see so many people buying planners without knowing what their goals are first. And I know that's tricky because sometimes we have to sit quietly with ourselves or brain dump or just write things out or meditate or do what we can to figure out what our goals are. And it's so much easier just to buy a planner and be like, maybe this planner will tell me what my goals are. But it doesn't work that way. So that's the first thing about why it is so difficult to find a planner. We don't know ourselves. Next, number two, we think the perfect planner is out there somewhere and it's going to change our lives. It's going to magically transform everything about our lives and how we're struggling to reach our goals. I think you know this. I think we know this in our hearts, but a lot of us don't want to admit it. There is no perfect planner out there. Like, seriously, that $100 planner is not perfect. That $3 planner is not perfect. You are never going to find the perfect planner, but we keep thinking there's a perfect planner out there that's going to fit our lives, no matter how much our schedules change or no matter how much our goals change or our priorities change. We think there's this magic planner out there. And if I can just keep buying planners, I will find it. I will find it at some point. Leave a comment and let me know. Are you still hunting for that perfect planner? And number three, why is it so difficult to choose a planner? It's because we feel obligated to stick with our current planner, even when it is so clearly not working for us anymore. That's kind of like I don't know, I guess like the feeling like, well, I put money into this. I used this planner for 3 months or however long it is. I started this planner and gosh darn it, I'm going to finish this planner. I'm going to use this planner to the bitter end until I get to the last page. And it's hard for us to choose a planner because we feel like this planner is going to be something I'm sticking with for a year or more. And you don't want to have to buy another planner or switch planners or move everything from one planner to the next planner. And that can make people really like dig in their heels and be like, I know my goals have changed. I know this layout doesn't work for me anymore, but I'm sticking with this planner to the bitter end. Leave a comment and let me know. Have you ever stuck with a planner when you knew in your heart of hearts that it was not working anymore? All right. So that's why it is so difficult to find a planner. There's so much going on. We don't know ourselves. We think there's a perfect planner out there, and we just stick to what we've got, even when it's clearly not working for us. Okay. Let's go over some of the common mistakes that we make when we're choosing a planner. I've made these mistakes. My clients have made these mistakes, and I bet you're making these mistakes too. And the thing is, it can be very costly to make mistakes, especially if you're buying printed planners, because a printed planner can cost anywhere from, depending on where you're getting it from, $10 to $100. It can be really costly to buy a printed planner and then not use it. Also, if you're using some kind of digital planning system, you might buy like the premium program or whatever it is, or pay some kind of monthly fee. And that can get expensive if you're not using it either. So here are some of the mistakes that maybe you have been making too. So number one is not knowing what you need. What do you need in a planner? Some people just like those big white boxes where they can draw and doodle and put things in however they want. That works for them. Other people need it broken down by half-hour segments because they have a million meetings or a million client calls, or they do time blocking, which we're going to talk about in a minute. So what do you need? Do you just need boxes? Do you need it horizontal? Do you need it vertical? Do you need all of the time schedules in there? Like, what do you need? Do you need a habit tracker? Like, is that something that you're working on? Are you working on instilling these good habits? So you must have a place to track your habits. Do you need some kind of budget planner? Or if you have a business, do you need something in your planner so you can keep track of sales? You can keep track of subscribers. You can keep track of how many people are opening your newsletter or whatever. Do you need something like that? Do you need daily pages because you have so much going on? You need a full page for every single day. Or do you prefer a weekly spread where you can see the entire week at a glance? And if that's the case and you still have a lot to do, you might need to think about getting a great big planner where the weekly spread is like a full like size sheet of paper. It's big. You can't do like a weekly one this small if you have a lot going on, or else it's not going to fit. Do you need a health tracker? Do you need a planner that can fit in your purse because you're always on the go? Do you need a planner that's on your phone? It's solely on your phone in apps and different programs, because that's the only way that you can get something done if it's on your phone, because it's clearly in your face all the time. So if you don't know what you need, how are you supposed to find the right planner? And I know it's hard. I know, like, you see these beautiful planners out there and you just want to, like, I'm just going to buy that one. But if you don't know what you need, you're going to be struggling, or you're going to be buying like those stickers to put in there to add the sections, to add a habit tracker or add a budget tracker, or you're going to be writing it in every single day and it's going to get frustrating. Or you're going to try to get your digital thing to do something, but it's not working, and you can't just like write on the fly if you're doing a digital planning system. There's all sorts of different problems you're going to run into if you don't take the time to figure out what do you need before you buy a planner. So that's the number one mistake I see people making, is they don't know what they need before they buy a planner. And look, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to like be like, you're doing all these mistakes, because I do this too. I absolutely do this too. So let's talk about the next one, which is definitely something that I've run into, is going for style over substance. No, not us. We would never buy a pretty planner just because it's pretty. No, we would never do that. Of course you do that. Of course you do that. I love you, life editors. I know you're doing this because I do it too. You see a beautiful planner like in your Instagram feed or in your Facebook feed, or you get an email from someone who's like, look at my new planner and it's beautiful. And you're like, oh, I must get that. It is so beautiful. And then you get it and you're like, this doesn't have anything I need other than a beautiful cover. And that's happened to me. So here's a truth bomb for you. A pretty planner won't solve all your problems. One more time, a pretty planner won't solve all your problems. We wish it did. We wish it did. Let me give you an example. I've got a whole stack of planners like here in front of me, like right now. I've got a whole bunch of planners. So let me tell you some of my planning horror stories. So do you remember this cover? So this is Passion Planner. I know a lot of you are Passion Planner fans. And I got this one a few years ago. Love this cover. It's called Serpent Spring. It's got this like beautiful snake with eyelashes on it. I don't even know. And moons and plants. And it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. So I saw this cover and I was like, I must have this planner. And inside, it's not exactly what I needed at the time. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with Passion Planner, but one of my biggest gripes about Passion Planner, and I have a few, but one of my biggest gripes about Passion Planner is that they don't use an American calendar system. So they use, I don't even know what the term is, a European one, I guess. So in America, which is where I'm from, our monthly calendars start on Sunday. So it goes Sunday through Saturday in a big monthly view. So if you buy, I have a wall calendar here, and if you buy a calendar in America, it's a Sunday through Saturday, a big monthly view. However, our work weeks begin on Mondays. So when we are looking at just a week, not the full monthly view, but just a week, it goes Monday through Sunday. That way we have all of our working days, and then our weekends are clumped together. We like to keep our weekends together. We like our Saturday and Sunday together. Passion Planner doesn't do that. And this is so frustrating. They say you can have a Sunday start or a Monday start. You can't have both. You can't have the American style. So you can either have their calendar view, which is this, This calendar view. It can either start on a Monday or a Sunday. You can see where the problem is happening soon. So I wanted a Monday, like weekly view. Here we go. And well, I can't show you. Well, here's I can show you some of this. So I wanted it to start on Monday, but I wanted the calendar to start on Sunday. So you either have the option of buying a lot of stickers to cover up the wrong days, which there is like a huge demand for Passion Planner stickers to cover up their dates because the American style is month start on Sundays, week start on Mondays. And they don't do that. They refuse to do that. People have been like emailing them for years and years to change that, and they won't. So it's super frustrating. So I bought this planner because it has a beautiful cover. Beautiful. Makes me want to use it. Open it up. It doesn't work for me. And it's so frustrating. And people are like, well, just have a Monday calendar start. I remember many years ago when I was an exchange student in Paris, and my class, like all the calendars had Monday starts instead of Sunday starts. So we were like showing up for like meetings and things and school events on the wrong day because we were so accustomed to a Sunday start on American calendars, and it was so confusing. So like seeing people like try to use this and then counting wrong, or comparing this to their wall calendar, which is American style, and it's a big old mess. Anyway, so long story short, you can't just buy a planner because it has a beautiful cover if it doesn't actually have what you need on the inside, or it's not in a style that you can use properly. I have another example of this. This is a plum planner. I think it's a plum paper planner is the name of it. Excuse me if I'm getting that wrong. And it's great because you can choose whatever cover you want. And I'm like, this is great. I can choose any cover I want. And they got beautiful styles. And on the inside, it's just gorgeous. It had exactly what I want because it's totally customizable. And like I could get exactly the types of like breakdown that I need. I could get a habit tracker. I could get everything I need. So I'm like, finally, I'm going to have a beautiful, pretty planner, and it's going to have what I need on the inside. And I was so excited to get this. But it is ring bound, and I have never ever had this problem with another like spiral bound planner. But as I put it on my white desk, it leaves little, they're not scratches, but it's like, I don't even know what to call it, like rust marks from the coil all over my desk. So I'm just like moving it around my desk, and it's leaving these like black stains all over my white desk. And I'm like, what the hell? And like, I got some Windex and I was able to clean it off. I'm like, what the hell? This is like, this beautiful planner is messing up my desk. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make this work. Like, remember I talked about where you're digging the heels and you're making a planner that doesn't work anymore, but you're like, I'm going to make this work because I spent a lot of money on this. And I'm like, I'm going to make this work. And so I took clear nail polish and I painstakingly like put clear nail polish over every coil of this planner, and I let it dry both sides. I did it all. I'm like, okay, now it's covered in clear nail polish. It's not going to muck up my desk anymore. It still does. I brought it up on my desk. I haven't used this in months, and I brought it up on my desk just to show you today during today's call. And it's already mucked up my desk by putting those black lines from the coil. I don't even know what you call it. Is it rust? Is it iodization? I don't even know what it is, but like, it's a beautiful planner that's like leaving gross marks all over my desk, so I can't use it. So this is definitely like a time where I thought this planner was going to work for me, and I was going to make it beautiful, and it was going to have exactly what I wanted, and it still doesn't work for me. Leave a comment and let me know, have you ever bought a planner that you thought like, this is going to be it? This is going to be the one that's going to change my life. And it just didn't work. It didn't work in a real world situation. Okay, so going over the mistakes again, not knowing what you need, going for style over substance. Another one, buying a bunch of planners at once and then not returning the duds. I'm not going to name names. Some of us do this where it's the new year or it's a new quarter, and you go online and like, everything looks so great. I'm going to buy 3, 4, 5 planners right now. I'm going to take a look at them, and whatever doesn't work for me, I'll just return them later. and then you don't. And then you don't. Then you have like all of these planners, and maybe you're only using one of them, and you just have a whole bunch of planners sitting around that you spent a ton of money on, and it's just so, so, so wasteful. I don't want you to waste your money like that. Facebook user says, put a piece of paper under the planner while it's on your desk. Yeah, I did have to do that. But then, like, as I'm shifting things around my desk, like the paper didn't stay. And I also did, the paper would get crinkled underneath it. And it was just like, I don't want to have to carry around a scratch piece of paper every time I'm using this planner. So I stopped using this a long time ago because of the coil. And I Googled, and a lot of other people have complaints about the coil. And that was another thing I should have like Googled, like problems with plum paper planner, and I would have noticed that, and I probably like would have been like, maybe I won't buy it, but I did anyway. So yeah, so there's lots of workarounds to make a planner work, but honestly, that's such a big one. Your planner shouldn't be like mucking up people's desks. All right, so leave a comment and let me know, did you ever make that mistake of buying a bunch of planners? Like in January, you bought like 3, 4, 5 planners and like, I'll just return the ones that don't work. And then you did it. And then you're stuck with a whole bunch of planners that maybe you're not using and you wasted your money. That has definitely happened to me. It definitely happened to some of my clients. All right, next mistake is you buy a yearly planner and you start filling out all of the months, but you have never been able to successfully stick to even a simple 12-week plan. This is tough love time. I'm sorry. I'm your coach. I'm going to be a little harsh here. So if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know I'm a big proponent of 12-week plans, not yearly plans, not annual goals, not New Year's resolutions, but 12-week plans. And that's because 12 weeks is short enough amount of time that everything feels urgent. Like you kind of know where you're going to be 3 months from now, 90 days from now. You're like, it's urgent. I've only got 12 weeks to do blank. But 3 months, 12 weeks, whatever you want to call it, is still a long enough amount of time to see sustained results. You're going to see business income growth in 12 weeks. You're going to see whatever weight loss in 12 weeks. You're going to see your savings grow in 12 weeks. Like you're going to see noticeable change in those 12 weeks. So I don't even know, for maybe like the past 9 or 10 years, I have not been doing yearly plans or annual plans. I don't let my clients do annual plans. We only do 12-week plans. And once you get into the groove of doing 12-week plans and just focusing on the current 12 weeks, the 13th week is planning, then another 12 weeks, and the 13th week is planning. And doing that, you're going to reach your goals much faster than if you were looking at an entire year. So some people will buy an entire yearly planner and start filling out things for 10 months in advance or whatever. And then they realize it doesn't work for them because they've never been able to even stick to a simple 12-week plan. So what makes you think you're going to be able to stick to your goals for a full year? So leave a comment and let me know. Have you ever bought a yearly planner and then just not been able to use it for the whole year? Or have you ever used a smaller 12-week planner, a 3-month planner, and realized, wow, this does work for me? Or if you use like a disc-bound planner, I have some happy planners with discs, but they're in storage right now, so I don't have them right in front of me. But like a disc-bound planner, like Happy Planner, you can take out all of the months you're not using and only focus on the current 3 months, which I think is genius. So don't even look ahead. Just focus on your life and your goals 12 weeks at a time. So that's a mistake, trying to use a yearly planner, being like, I'm going to reach so many goals this year, but you've never been able to reach goals even in a 12-week period. So that's a big mistake that I see. Oh, and just as a shameless plug, I happen to have a 12-week planner. This is the Edit My Life Planner, and you can click the link in the description to get all the information about my Edit My Life Planner, which is a video course and a planner bundle. And so you get the daily planner, you get the weekly planner, plus you get 5 video lessons about how to do a proper 12-week plan. So click the link below if you want to check out my Edit My Life Planner. All right. Last mistake that I see people making is buying whatever planner can be delivered quickest because you are already struggling. So maybe it's the middle of the month, it's the middle of the year. I don't know, it's December 31st and you're freaking out and you have so many goals, so many things that you want to do. Nothing is working. You're trying this, you're trying that. Nothing is going right for you. So you get online or you go to the store and you're like, I am not leaving Amazon. I am not leaving Target or Michael's. I'm not leaving without a planner. Damn it. And they don't have anything perfect. Of course they don't. There is no perfect planner. But you're like, I'm just going to buy something just because you need it right now. Leave a comment. Let me know. Has that happened to you? It has certainly happened to me where I've gone online and I'm like, I need a planner right now. And then they don't have the color that I need, or they don't have the layout that I need. And I'm like, I got to get something right now because I'm struggling. You just buy something in the heat of the moment. You are never, ever going to be satisfied with that planner if that's your goal, is just to get whatever can be delivered fastest. So yeah, that is a huge, huge mistake. Let me go over those common mistakes, and I want you to leave a comment and let me know which one of these mistakes have you made in the past, or all of them. Some of us have made all of them. All right, so not knowing exactly what you need in a planner before you buy it, going for style over substance, buying a whole bunch at once and then not returning the ones that don't work for you, using a yearly planner when you've never been able to successfully complete a 12-week plan, and then buying whatever can be delivered quickest because you've got to have something right now. So it's okay. We all do make mistakes with our planners. Hold on, I have to get my tea because I'm talking so much. So yeah, we all make mistakes with our planners, and we're just human, but we can learn from that. I think I've definitely learned not to go for style over substance. I've certainly learned to like return any planners that aren't working for me. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. Here's what you really came for. I'm going to lay it all out for you. Here's exactly what I want you to do before you spend any money on a planner. Are you listening? I know some of you are looking through Amazon right now and be like, oh, maybe I'll get that. Maybe, no. You're going to do this first before you buy any planners. Facebook user says, I'm attracted to the covers of Happy Planners. Yes. Bought a few for the looks. That got some in. Yes. Okay, here's the thing. Like, Happy Planner is great, and I've used Happy Planner a lot. And Happy Planner has plastic rings, so they're not going to muck up my desk. But and Happy Planner is great because you could take out the months that you're not using and make it just 3 months. Easy peasy. Yes, they have beautiful, beautiful covers. You can swap them out. You can keep using the same ones. And one thing I will say about Happy Planner is because like it's so changeable. If you realize the guts part of it or the inside, it doesn't work for you, you can like look at the other ones that might not have the best covers, and you can still find, like, if you need vertical, you can buy that. Even if the cover isn't what you want, you can just get your cover from something else. Or if you need a certain habit tracker, or if you want the fitness pages or the budget pages or whatever, you can buy exactly the pages that you want. Or I know you can find these on Etsy. I know you can make them yourself. You can make your own planning pages and then just hole punch them. I know you can see that I have a Happy Planner hole punch over there in my craft cart. I've got a Happy Planner hole punch. So then you can just use any kind of planner pages you want. Any planner pages that you want. And you can punch them and have them fit into your Happy Planner with the beautiful cover. So I will say that's something I really like about Happy Planner, is that it's so customizable. So even if the inside of the planner is not working for you, you can find or make your own sheets that will work for you. So if you do buy style over substance, that's okay if it's like a interchangeable disc bound one, because you can always swap it out. But if you buy something that like is already perfect bound, like this is Clever Fox, you can't change the pages once you got it. Okay, we ready? Here's what I want you to do before you spend any money on your next planner. Okay. Big one. Number one, you got to define your goals first. I know you just want your planner right now. You want to start writing in, you want to start coloring in the habit tracker and doing all that. Define your goals before you buy your planner. And I know that's frustrating, and you think like, oh, if I buy the perfect planner, this magical perfect planner that's out there, it's going to help me define my goals. I will say, if you get my Edit My Life planner, it does come with a 5-part video series that will help you define your goals, but you do that before you print this out, before you resize it, before you send it to Office Depot or whatever. Like, you do that first before you get into the nitty-gritty part of the planner. Okay, so define your goals. I recommend 1 to 3 goals per 12-week plan. Remember, we're working in 12-week plans. Even if you bought a planner that's a yearly one, block it off into 12-week segments. So 1 to 3 SMART goals. And we've been over this before. I'm going to link to some other videos that talk about SMART goals, but specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time limited. That's what I want each of your goals to be. Also define how you like to track. Do you need to have something digital because you do the same things, like if you do a video or a blog post every single week and you need to just be able to duplicate that or clone that rather than writing it in every single week. Maybe you need to look into digital planners. Do you need a habit tracker? And you've got to have a planner that has that. Do you need one that will fit in your purse? Like really, really define your goals and exactly what you need before you spend any money. Okay. I'm covering my bases. I told you that. I told you to do that. All right. Marie France says, I've taken your Edit My Life planner and printed the classic happy planner size and love it. Yes. Yes. There you go. So I know plenty of people who take my Edit My Life planner program. Like, again, it's a 5-part video series and 2 printable planners. And I know people who've done the videos and figured out like how to do a time budget, how to choose SMART goals, how to break down projects, what do you do with ambiguous goals? And they do the whole planning thing, but then they don't even use the planner. Like, you don't have to use my planner. You could use like whatever planning system works for you. But 100% choose your goals before you dive into a planner. All right, next. Facebook user says, I love my Bloom daily planners and have been using them for a decade. Wow. It's as close to perfect as I've ever found. Months start on Sunday, weeks start on Monday. I can't stress this enough. I mean, I have 40% of my followers are international and they live outside the US. So they don't understand my struggle to find a planner that's meant for American audiences, where it's got months start on Sundays, weeks start on Mondays. And they're like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't it be the same? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm American and everything we do is weird and complicated, but it's how we're taught. So yeah, you have no idea how excited I am when I find planners that have Sunday month start and Monday week start. So I do have this is a Clever Fox planner. I love Clever Fox, one of my favorite brands. And so you can see their weeks start on Mondays, and then let me pull up the month. The months start on Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful. I got this from Amazon. It's Clever Fox. Oh, look, my rose gold nails match my rose gold planner. So yeah, this is a great one for those of you who like it laid out the way Americans use it. Okay, so before you spend any money, number 1, choose your goals. Take the time. If you need to sit down, if you need to do the Edit My Life Planner course, if you need to do something to figure out your goals first, do it first. Okay. Number 2, I know you don't want to, but you got to do it. Define your budget. I'm looking at those of you who spend hundreds of dollars on planners every year. Not me, Sage. I know you do. I know you do. I love you, and I know you do, because I spend too much money on planners too. But define your budget before you go and buy your planner. If your budget is $10, you might be buying just a plain bullet journal where you're going to draw in everything. Or if your budget is $10, maybe you do digital planning where you don't have to spend any money. Maybe you do Asana or Trello or Notion or something like that. If your budget is $100, take your sweet time finding what you need. And you might even do a personalized custom planner where you can literally choose the colors, the covers, the inside pages. You get all the bells and whistles that you want. So it's completely customized to you if you're spending that amount of money. And if your budget is nothing, that's okay. You can use, I'm going to talk about that in a moment. You can use just a plain notebook too as your planner. As long as it's something that you use, it's going to work for you. All right. So number 2, define your budget. And if you want, you can also go on eBay, Etsy, Poshmark. They sell old, even Amazon. I've seen them on Amazon. They sell old year planners. So you could get a planner from 2016. And you're like, well, why would I buy a planner that's years and years old? Because you can just put stickers or white out the dates and the planner still is usable. So if you are really, really budget conscious, but you still want a beautiful designer planner, Go on Amazon, go on Poshmark, go on eBay, find old planners from 2, 3, 4 years ago that have everything you need, but the dates are just wrong, and just white out the dates or put stickers over the dates, and you can still use it. So that's a really good thing if your budget is small. All right, number 3, I want you to understand your personality. We talked about this, and I'm going to link to a previous video that I did about how to determine your planning personality. But figure out, how do you use your planner? Are you always on the go? So it's got to be on your phone. Like the phone is the only thing that you can take with you. So it's got to be some kind of digital planning app. Or do you work at a desk all day and you like something big that you can just lay out in front of you and look at all day long? Or do you want something small that you can slip into your purse and take with you as you're at the grocery store, or you're at your kids' like gymnastics classes, or at the library, or whatever it is? So figure out what fits your personality. Are you big into tech and software and digital things, and you want a digital planner that can keep up with you and that syncs to everything else, that syncs to all your calendars? Well, then find like a good digital planning app. Or if you love to write by hand and you love decorating, and the idea of just spending a Sunday afternoon putting stickers and doing your planner just sounds delightful to you, then you know you need to do a printed planner. So really, really know yourself and know your personality and how you like to plan before you spend any money. So Marie France says, got a 2016 Happy Planner, $5 at Michael's. I am all about this. I have done this many a time where I've used an old planner. Or if you have a planner that you used for a few months and then it's been in the back of your closet, you can still use it. like I know too many people who are like, oh, this is out of date, I'm gonna throw it away. I'm like, no, you can still use it. Just white out the dates, put stickers over the dates, whatever, and you can still use those old planners. Gosh, it just seems so wasteful when I see people throwing out planners. Or here's another idea: buy undated planners so you can start them and stop them anytime you want. I've had undated planners where I started it, maybe used it for a month, and then you moved to something else. And then I was able to restart it like exactly where I left off without having to like renumber everything. So think about that too. Okay. Last tip before you spend any money: give yourself some wiggle room. So let's say you have $100 as your budget to spend on planners. Maybe only buy a planner that's $20, $30. If it still has everything that you need and it's still what you're going to be using, maybe only spend a little bit of that money. So then if something changes, your goals change, your lifestyle changes, you get a new job, whatever, something happens during the year and that planner doesn't work for you anymore, you still have some money in your budget left over to get another planner. Give yourself some wiggle room. Other ways that you can give yourself some buffer or wiggle room is go for undated planners. Clever Fox has great undated planners. Again, My Life Planner is undated. You can start it anytime you want. Or don't feel like you have to, if you're doing a 12-week plan, which I highly suggest you do a 12-week plan, don't feel like you have to rigidly stick to the seasons. Like your first 12-week plan is January, February, March, and the next one is April, May, June. Like you can start your 12-week plan in the middle of a month, in the middle of a week. You can start it anytime you want. Don't feel like, oh, I've missed my chance to do it because it's at such and such date now. Like give yourself flexibility. Let yourself edit your planning system. Okay, so these are the 4 things I want you to do before you spend any money. Define your goals, define your budget, understand your personality, and give yourself some wiggle room. Leave a comment and let me know, what else do you do before you spend any money? Do you research online options? Do you check out different apps on your phone? Do you go to the stores and actually feel what is the paperweight here? What are we talking about? Let me know what you do before you spend any money. Okay. Well, that's all well and good, Sage. That's what I'll do before I buy my next planner. But let's say you've got a planner already and you're out of money. And for the time being, you've just got to stick with what you've got. It's okay, because I'm going to share a few things that you can do to adjust when it feels like your planner isn't working. So let's say you know your planner is not working for you, but you don't have money to go buy a new one. You don't have time to go print out new pages. You don't have time to buy a new program or download a bunch of apps. Like, this is what I got. Sage, I've got to make this work. I've got to make this work. I totally understand. So I have 7 things to do when it feels like your planner is not working. And if you do these 7 things, you might come to realize, hey, this planner isn't so bad at all. Maybe this is the planning system that I need. So number 1 is to create a morning and nighttime routine for checking your planner. We just talked about this in a recent video, which I will link below, about morning and nighttime routines, otherwise known as bookending your day. Like, you guys know I'm a former book editor, so I'm all about the publishing analogies. So bookending your day is doing the same thing in the morning, the same thing at night to add balance to your day, to perfectly balance your day. So every morning you should have some kind of planner routine where you check through your planner and see, what are you doing today? And then every night you should look through your planner again. What did you get done today? What didn't you get done today? What's moving over to the next day? And then also a planning routine every week, either Sunday night or Friday evening, if you take your weekends off, however you do it. And look over your planner for the week ahead. Like, what goals are you going to be working on? Do you need to move any meetings around? So I recommend, like, either, if you can, like, set an alarm on your phone. So whenever, like at 8 o'clock every morning, you're looking at your planner and just mapping out your day. And then whatever, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever you end your day, another alarm just to recap, go through your planner so you're all set for the next day. Leave a comment and let me know, do you have some kind of planner routine where you check your planner every morning and every night to make sure that it's working for you? I know people who stop looking at their planner. They're like, this planner isn't working for me. I'm not going to look at it anymore. And then they're surprised when, like, they don't reach their goals or they forget about an event or a meeting or something. And I'm like, you need to look at your planner. You need to look at your planner every day. And if you're doing some kind of digital planning, like, then you need to have that tab open every day. I've got Asana open right now on my screen. So you need to have that tab open every day, or you need to have that app on the home screen of your phone. You need to see it every day. So leave a comment, let me know, when do you check your planner, and are you checking it at least twice a day? Okay, so that's number 1. That's something that you can adjust when you feel like your planner is not working for you. You need to make a point to look at your planner and make sure you're checking on what you need to be doing every day. Okay, number 2, you're fed up with your planner and it's like, this is not working for me. Then I want you to strip down all of the nonsense and just use a plain lined or dotted notebook for an entire week. No bells and whistles, no pretty covers, just a plain, like, Mead notebook or something you can get at the drugstore. Just a plain $1 notebook, and use that for an entire week. And the reason why, if your planner is not working for you, doing a plain notebook, is because you're going to find out exactly what you need and when you don't need when you have that minimalistic approach. So you're going to be able to draw in exactly what you need. Are you tracking how much water you're drinking? Are you tracking your sales? Are you writing down your kids' activities? Are you writing down your business tasks? Are you, whatever, making note of when you're taking your vitamins? Like, whatever, you're going to have that in a plain notebook. You're going to write down exactly what you need. So if you use a plain notebook for a week, at the end of that week, you're going to have a very clear idea of what's missing in your current planner. So the next planner you buy, you'll be able to have that. Or what you don't need to spend money on. I know some of my clients who reverted to using a plain notebook because they realized they don't need a timetable. So let me show you what that is again. So this is a passion planner. This is a timetable where all of the, you can see this. So all of the times throughout the day are broken down into half-hour segments. This works great if you have something that you're doing every half hour. So if you're like a coach and you have, like, client calls all day long, this is great. Or if you're a teacher, or if you are whatever, a CEO or something, you have things all day long. Or if you're a mom and your kids have 100 activities, like, yeah, they're going to need a timetable. But I know plenty of people who don't have all of those, like, meetings all day, and they just have long periods of time, big chunks of time every day. So that's where having, like, a, oh, let me show you. Yeah. So just like a big block of time every day works better for them. And you're going to find that out if you use a plain notebook for a week. If you're using the plain notebook for a week and you realize you're writing down a timetable for yourself, then you know you're going to need a timetable in your future planner. But if you're not, you're going to know you don't need that. You don't need to waste your money on that. Leave a comment and let me know. Have you ever been so fed up with your planning system that you just used a bullet journal, plain notebook, index cards, whatever, for a week? And how did that work for you? And were you able to see what you need and what you don't need? Okay. Number 3, if your planner is not working for you, can you adjust it? Can you make your planner smaller? Like I talked about, if you're using a happy planner, you can just take out the months that you don't need and just have like the 3 months in front of you. So you can remove those extra pages. Let's say you're a business owner and you do the same content creation every week. You do the same blog posts, you do the same videos every week, and you're constantly rewriting all of those little tasks over and over and over again. I've shared this before. To do a video blog post or do a video where it's edited and it's on YouTube, it's also on my website and it's in my newsletter, whatever. I have 74 tasks, start to finish. I am not writing out 74 tasks in my planner every single day I need to do a video. I hope you're not doing that for your big projects either. So this is what I'm talking about, where I use a printed planner and I use a digital planning app. So in Asana, I have a task that I can just clone over and over again. And it's got a checklist of all 74 things underneath that. So I've got video posts, and then it lists all 74 tasks, and I just check them off as I get them done for each video post. So think about that. How can you make it smaller? How can you adjust it? Can you take out the pages? Can you use something online so you're not rewriting all the time? I bet there's something that you can adjust to make it work better for you. Or yeah, if you are using like a digital app and it's just not working because you're not at your laptop all the time, can you download the app on your phone? Does it still work on your phone? Or I know people who are on the go, but they can't bring a planner with them when they're going to the grocery store or to the library or whatever. So instead, if you have like a calendar on your wall or an editorial calendar or like a Kanban board or something on your wall, or even your planner, you can take a picture of that week's layout, take a picture of your calendar, and then you've got that picture on your phone. You just go to your photo album and pull it up. So if you're in a meeting somewhere and you're like, what does that thing do? You can immediately go to that photo of your calendar. Let me know if you've ever done that before. I know that's like super helpful if you aren't going to be home for a while, you're going to be out all day. Or I know like people who will take a picture of their plan for the week, and then if they lose their planner or it gets covered in water or something happens and something like deletes what they had, they still have a photo of it as a backup. So that is an idea too. All right. Number 4, if your planner is still not working for you, I want you to break down your projects into daily tasks. So this is like a really, really common problem. If you've taken my Edit My Life Planner course, and you can click the link in the description, it's a 5-day video course plus printed planners. If you've taken that program, if you've gone through that, then you know all about taking your great big projects and breaking them down into small daily tasks. Sometimes your planner might not be working for you because your task, your next project on your list is too big. So let's say you have to write a blog post. Okay. And that's just written on your weekly layout. Blog post. I just told you there are 74 things, 74 tasks that I do for every post that I do. So it's too big. No wonder you're not getting that done. No wonder your planner is not working for you, because that is too big. You're going to need to break them down into smaller tasks. Now you can get as granular as I get with my 74 tasks, or you even just breaking it down a little bit. So maybe if you've got a blog post and that's your big goal for the week, maybe on Monday you choose a topic, and Tuesday you outline it, and Wednesday you fill in the outline and write everything else, and Thursday you make the thumbnail and you upload it to WordPress, and then Friday you publish it. So you've broken it down so there's specific tasks to do every single day. It's not this great big project that has no urgency and it's too big to even comprehend. Leave a comment and let me know. Have you ever found yourself not moving forward because your next step was too big? This is a huge problem that I see with a lot of my clients. If you're not moving forward because your next step is too big, you've got to break it down into smaller, bite-sized pieces. All right, keeping with that, number 5, it's weird to adjust if your planner's not working for you, is to assign those tasks to specific days. Like I just said, maybe you're writing on Monday and you're doing marketing on Tuesday or whatever it is, and time blocking. And I know this sounds like, for some of you who are used to just using like big block planners, this might seem a little like tedious, but if you're not moving forward and you're not getting things done, then assign those tasks to specific times in your day. Like at 9 a.m., I am answering emails. At 10 a.m., I am recording this thing. At 11 a.m., I am doing my Pinterest marketing or whatever it is. Like really break it down and put a specific time to it, rather than just saying, I'm going to get to this thing sometime today. That's a good way not to do your work. I knew people who are like, oh, I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do this exercise video sometime today. And then they just never do it. And then it's the end of the day and they're like, oops, I guess I didn't do it. So assign those specific tasks to specific times. And you don't have to do this forever if using a timetable doesn't work for you, but do it for a little while. If your planner's not working for you, it's probably because there's no urgency. There's no deadline to anything. So give those tasks specific times. I will also say, when you assign things to specific times, you will also really, really notice when you don't have enough time for everything. So maybe you only have an hour to work on something for whatever your big goal is. You can't cram 10 things into an hour. So you'll have to be really strategic about where you focus and how big your goals are and how many goals you work on at a time. Okay, we are getting there. Marie France says, I like watching YouTube videos to see what others are watching and liking. Yes, absolutely. There are millions of channels on YouTube that have really, really great planner tutorials. So watch them. That kind of leads me into my next idea for how to adjust if your planner is not working, is to track, plan, or list at least one completely fun thing. So your planner doesn't have to just be your career, just your job. It doesn't have to be just your kids. It doesn't have to be just your business or whatever it is. Add at least one completely fun thing into your planner. And maybe you want to do something where you like track the movies that you watch, or you track the books that you're reading and how many pages you read per day. Or maybe you find fun quotes online. You want to write those quotes and keep like a running list of funny quotes that you find. Or maybe you, I don't know, print out funny memes. Or maybe like in Trello, I know you can do this in Asana or Notion or wherever. Maybe you just have like a folder where you put any funny pictures or cat videos or whatever that you find online. So put at least one fun thing in your planner. Like I track the movies that I watch and the books that I read because I like entertainment. Those are fun for me. So let me know, what are you tracking that's fun just for you? It doesn't need to be like so goal focused all the time. You can have some other fun things in your planner. Which brings me to number 7, is to use stickers, markers, washi tape. If you're using digital planning, use color coding. You can even use digital stickers and icons and stuff and other pretty background pictures. I know Trello is great about that, to make your planner pretty. I know some people stop using their planner because their planners are boring. They're boring. And there's no color, there's no life to them, there's no excitement, there's no silliness to them. So use different colored washi tape, use stickers, use markers, use stamps, whatever. Cut out pictures from magazines and tape them into your planner. Do whatever you can to make your planner exciting so you want to pick it up every day. Like, this is why there are so many videos on YouTube of people decorating their planners, because that makes you want to use them. You want to open it up. And it's so nice to look over an old planner and flip through all the different pretty spreads that you made. And yeah, it helps you remember what you were doing that week. Leave a comment and let me know, do you decorate your planner? And does that make you want to use your planner more? All right, let's recap. These are 7 things that you can do if your planner is just not working for you. You can create, number 1, create a morning and nighttime routine so you're checking your planner. You're not just forgetting about it. Number 2, if it's really not working for you, use a plain notebook for a week. and you will instantly know what you need and don't need. Number 3, adjust it somehow. Make it smaller. Take out the months that you're not using. Go digital so you're not rewriting all the time. Or print out pages and so you're not like drawing all the time either. Number 4, break down your big projects into small daily tasks. Number 5, add those specific tasks to specific times in your day. Like put it on your calendar at 9 a.m. You're going to do blank. So it's not just nebulous and you get to the end of the day and you didn't do it. Number 6, I want you to track, plan, or list at least one fun thing just for you in your planner that's not so goal oriented. And then number 7, make it pretty with stickers and tape and markers and whatever, or color coding if you're using digital planning. Woo! All right, life editors, we went through a lot during today's call, but let me give you some next steps. You've got some homework now. I want you to, before you buy a planner, I want you to figure out what your goals are. What are your specific goals? Then number 2, just determine your needs. Do you need a tracker? Do you need a timetable? Do you need blank pages? Do you need it to fit in your purse? Whatever. Figure out your needs. Then 3, choose a budget so you're not going overboard. And if you can, spend less than your budget so you have wiggle room if you need to adjust later. And then number 4, finally buy your planner. So do all of those things before you buy your planner. And that will ensure that you choose the right planner for you. And remember, choosing the right planner for you is going to be different than choosing the right planner for you 6 months from now, or next year, or 10 years from now, or whatever. Your lifestyle is going to change. Your goals are going to change. Like so much is changing. So if your planner really isn't working for you and you've tried those 7 tips for adjusting it, give yourself permission to get a new planner when you need to. Like I said, like if you have lots of meetings, you might need a timetable, but if your lifestyle shifts and you don't have those meetings anymore, then try a different planner. So give yourself permission to try something new. And if you want more help choosing your goals, because that's so important before you spend any money, then click the link below to check out the Edit My Life Planner course. It is a 5-day video course plus 2 printable planners, and I think there's 8 clarity worksheets in there. It's really great to help you figure out like where your time is going, how to do your SMART goals, breaking down your projects, what to do about ambiguous goals, how to work faster. Like there's some really, really great tips in there. And it's kind of a crash course into my life editing process, which will help you edit your life the same way a book editor edits a manuscript. That's my whole shtick, my whole life coaching framework. So click the link below to check out the Edit My Life Planner. And then if you're watching this replay, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell me about your planning system that you're using. Why does it work for you? Or if it's not working for you, what part of it isn't working for you? And maybe we can strategize and come up with a solution for you. All right, life editors. I don't see any other comments coming in, but if you are watching the replay, leave a comment. I will respond to those comments, and I do love seeing you comment. Let me know what other topics you want me to cover during these live streams. What's important to you? What are you editing in your life now? Or what do you need advice on? I would love to hear from you. All right, that's all I got. So have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you again real soon. Bye.